Welcome back, friends. Welcome back to the Homestead. In this video, I'm going to go through my kind of ultimate winter toolkit. If you're interested in continuing to be prepared for winter and making your life a bit easier, then watch the rest of this video and find out what you need in your toolkit. Okay, so winter toolkit. Why do we need a winter toolkit? If you're in a situation like us where you have a house and your workshop is separated, your garage is not attached to the house, and the temperatures are pretty low. I mean, it's all relative, really. Obviously, when I lived in the UK, we thought 0 was flipping cold, and we didn't want to go anywhere then. Now it's -20 outside as we speak today, and I don't want to go outside now, particularly if I need to go to the workshop to get a tool for a job. I don't particularly want to do that. It's 50, 60 meters away. So what I do is put together a toolkit, which I then bring indoors for winter time, and it can cope, it will be able to let me remedy most situations. Anything beyond that, then yeah, I need to go out to the workshop and get some kind of specialized tool or something extra. So I'm trying to think ahead. I'm trying to think of everything that could go wrong, might go wrong, and have I got the right kind of tool to get by. At the very least, some kind of triage exercise to enable me to then go and get supplies to be able to fix that thing. Obviously, the actual details of the tools inside the bag are relevant to our situation. Your situation might be a bit different, and I'll give some examples of that as we go along. Right, let's get straight into it and get the bag, which is the first point really. Is if you want a toolkit, you want a decent bag really. This is, as I've just done, I lifted it off the floor, put it on the table. This is a grab and go bag. Everything that I need is in it. It's not a bag and another little bag. So when you're choosing your bag, choose carefully. It's got pockets on the side for some extra bits. Got a nice solid bottom so you can sling it about and on some hard surfaces, and it's not going to damage it. It's not all going to collapse. It's hard wearing nylon, really well stitched, double zipped at the top, Velcro flaps, pockets all around, blah blah. So double zip on the top, open it up, a bit like a doctor's bag. What we're going to look at first of all is some PPE, personal protective equipment, goggles, standard goggles. For mask, obviously can't have my full workshop mask with the breathing apparatus, so I've got this kind of this collapsible mask with elastic string. Could probably use 1 or 2 times. It's going to get in a push in a house if you need it. It's going to get you past that. Gloves are always around anyway, because in the corridor, we have to go outdoors, so we've always got gloves. I don't need to use rubber gloves for anything. Well, yeah, they are rubber gloves, aren't they? But if you do, then it might be appropriate for you to put gloves in your bag as well. Safety equipment. Okay, next, one power tool. One single power tool. I've got my Gita drill, screwdriver. Charger is already set up. Obviously, don't forget to bring your charger in, but you don't need to put it in your tool bag because you don't need to grab that and go if you're somewhere around the house. But have your charging station ready. Check that the batteries are always fully charged. What next? Well, I guess to go with that, I've got 2 sets of drills, woodworking drills and metal drills. These are kind of cheap DIY store packs. They're perfect for just grabbing and putting in the bag. You've got a full set, and you're going to, most things you're going to be able to, I think they've got up to 10 mil, you're going to be able to cope with. So 2 sets of drills. What else have we got? If you're on site, well, your house is your on site really, isn't it? You need a third hand really. You might need a third hand. So 1 clamp, 1 tightening screw clamp and one quick clamp. Obviously I have more of these and the things, but one is enough. One should be enough to cope with most conditions. So you've got your extra help. What else? In terms of consumables, universal pack of cable ties. Cable ties will get you out of a lot of situations. Will help you out. Again, kind of a triage thing. A bit of a strap and go. If something breaks and you need to get it secure again so you can get a proper fix, then cable ties can get you out of a lot of situations. They're going to be really helpful. So cable ties, different sizes in there. I've got a box of mixed nails and fittings. These, as you get a bigger workshop, you're going to want greater quantities of things. But for quick grab and go, these little boxes, which have about kind of 50 of each fixing in it, are really handy, really worth getting. And often you get them really cheap, actually, considering what's in them. So that's nails, and I've got a bag of mixed screws there, blackwood screws. In fact, the other day I had a job, I needed to fix something, and I needed to use those. They were perfect. Okay, then we get down to the kind of the tools, the actual tools. So, claw hammer. In fact, I've got two hammers. A nice big claw hammer for some really heavy duty stuff if you need to bash a hole into a wall or something like that, because maybe a leaking pipe or whatever. Not relevant to us, but it could be to you. Then a nice big claw hammer for yanking stuff out or making big holes. For finer, delicate work, I use a small pin hammer as well, like this. I think it's worth having both. Sorry, other consumables, I completely forgot. Tapes, electrical tape, PVC, PTFE tape for plumbing. That will, most jobs they're going to cover you. And a piece of sandpaper. I've got this sanding block which has a sharp edge, and it's quite good because it doesn't get crushed and anything like that. You just bung it in your bag. That is all the consumables, I think. What else have we got? Tape measure. You need a tape measure. You might need to measure something up, a piece of wood or something, or check the length of something. Universal knife. We call this a Stanley knife in the UK. It could be a craft knife, I think. Maybe it's called here or where you are. Sharp blade on it. You might have some spare blades indoors anyway. Screwdrivers. Now, I know I've got the electrical, the rechargeable battery screwdriver here with a couple of bits. Let's get those out. I've got cross ply, Phillips posi drive actually bit there, which I use from probably 85-90% of stuff. There's not much flathead stuff anymore, and I've got a Torx head as well because I do use a lot of Torx screws. I don't know. I might be in a situation where I have used a Torx head, and so I carry both. And I've also got what do you call that? That bit there. The chamfer in the hole for when you put a screw in. Flat file, well, flat and rounded on the other side, half and half. It's good to think about tools, which I know every tool has its own job, and I completely believe in that, but if you can get some tools in here which do a number of jobs, multi-tools, that's a really good idea. Because think about what it is you're trying to achieve with this toolkit. You're trying to cover as many eventualities as possible with as many tools as possible. So on that note, there's my other something like this primarily is a pair of scissors, good quality, not a sharp pair of scissors, but it's got other attachments, you know, a bit like a penknife, bits and pieces in there that will get you out of a scrape if you need to poke something and getting something into a little hole, and folds up very small. All those kind of things are great. Done those. Extra small drills for tiny things. Got those in there. Got a lighter. Never know where you might need a lighter. Worth having that in the toolkit. Pencil, carpenter's pencil, and an electrical tester for testing whether there's current present. You know, beeps and that kind of thing. Then we move on. What else we have? Screwdrivers. Let's talk about screwdrivers. I know I've got this, but a range of screwdrivers, flatheads, electrical screwdriver, small posi, flathead, and a larger flathead as well. That's all you need really. That will cover, you know, again, 99% of things covered with that nice little set there. Pliers. Oh, I've got this really big, having said that, I've got this big one as well, which you can, it's a big old one. You can give it a bit of a belt with a hammer as well if you need to. Give it a bit of welly to help you out in a situation. Chisel with its cover on, I'll keep the cover on. You're putting this really sharp object into a bag and you've got your hands in there. You might be in the dark. I've got, I should have a torch in there as well. There is a torch. There's my torch, just taking out the bag, usually in the bag. Yeah, chisel, you only need one. Who knows what you might need it for, but it's going to be there should you need it. Typical thing maybe in winter is if a door gets stuck because it expands in the winter and you just need to shave a bit off of it just to, you know, solve that problem. Make someone's life a bit easier, or your own life. Always have one chisel. That's a 20mm one, so it's going to cover most circumstances. And then last of all, pliers. I've got short nose pliers, you know, it's got a cutting edge on there as well, and cutting electrical pliers for cutting wire, and then these extendable pliers. It's more of a plumbing thing, this really, but if you want to, you know, you need to get some round something big and get it undone quickly, these are going to do the job. I think that's everything, yeah. So, you know, the actual bag is really nice and light on its own. There we are. That is my winter emergency toolkit, and that's what I'd recommend, the sort of thing that you put together. Don't scrimp on a cheapo bag or a sort of cloth sack or something like that. Get something decent that's going to last a few years. And you can, in the summertime, when these tools are back in the workshop or whatever, you can use it for maybe something else. I hope you found that video of use. I've kind of run through it because I don't need to go great detail into the tools. It's more about introducing to you the concept of it, really. That's my grab and go winter bag, which hopefully will save me having to go out into the very, very frigid temperatures outdoors and get the job done. I hope you found the video useful. If you did, there's plenty of other videos on the channel which are equally useful. Do give us a thumbs up. Do give us a subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Come and join us on the journey. Got lots more videos. I've got more videos to come up to do with this subject of preparation for winter and other things as well. So thanks for watching if you got this far, and I'll see you on another video very soon.